doesn't get too breezy. Hello there, and welcome to another very special pre-recorded edition of Duckfloat. I've got the closed miking on. The reason why I've got that is because B camera is once again 15 feet in the air, and it's a little breezy today. And while it's pretty good at maintaining its position, we'll see, I may have to employ a little image stabilization when all this is over. But let's get to the sport at hand. Duckfloat. Okay, here's the field set up as it always is. We've got the rock sticking up in the middle of the pond. We've got 16 ducks on that rock. We've got 2 solar fountains standing by. Each solar fountain has 8 ducks on it, for a total of 16 versus 16. The ducks, after the refill pipe has been activated, will swirl around thanks to the miracle of current, and they will take turns going underneath the pipe. Now, if they can keep all but 1 duck from washing off, then they have won the game. More or less. I don't know. This is the 3rd season. We still don't have all the rules down yet. So, without further ado, I smoke a Jew brand cigars. Without further ado, let's start the game. You okay up there? All right. Glendale! All right. Now I'm going to move the ducks out onto the field. Here's fountain 1. Here comes fountain 2. All right, here we go. Fountain 1 is headed straight for the back stretch, which he cannot take because the water level is too low. Fountain 2 is going in the exact opposite direction. And let's restart the game here. Fountain 2, you're going in the wrong direction. Fountain 1, you can't go there yet. You'll just get stuck. Head towards the pipe. There is peace and serenity towards the pipe. Okay, Fountain 1 is taking the bait. Fountain 1 is going in towards the pipe. Fountain 1 is going to make a good pass. He goes through! Oh, Fountain 1 is out of the game already. 1 pass through, all ducks washed off. It's all down to Fountain 2. We haven't even had any ducks leave the rock yet. Oh boy. And now Fountain 2 is going to go attempt to use the back stretch, after which it will become promptly stuck. Meanwhile, the wind is gusting up. The empty Fountain 1 is now blocking in Fountain 2. Should I get him out from behind that rock, or should I wait for the water level to take its course? I think I'll give him a little nudge. It's not fair, Fountain 1. Dead man floating, you're empty. Fountain 2, get out from behind that blockage. Get in there. Make me proud, son. Okay, here comes Fountain 2. Fountain 2 about to go in for a pass. No, he's not. Fountain 2 glances off shallow and is now doing a little spinny spin in the center of the pond, which happens quite a bit, actually. And now we hit upon a lull in the game, as Fountain 1 has been wiped clean and Fountain 2 refuses to go through. Meanwhile, we haven't lost a single duck off the rock. So how are you? However, we're beginning to see some wobbling on the rock. We may have a duck leave, our very first duck leaving the rock any moment now. as Fountain 2 continues to do nothing. And we've had a duck leave the rock. Our first duck has left the rock. Perhaps he can coax Fountain 2. A second duck has left the rock. Perhaps these free ducks can now coax Fountain 2 into taking a legitimate pass through the pipe. Looks like we're about to lose a third duck off the rock. I sure am glad I went through the extra fuss of setting up aerial photography, because this is quite a game, ladies and gentlemen. Duck number 3 is about to leave the rock any moment now. The anticipation is palpable. And the third duck leaves the rock. The third duck has left the rock, ladies and gentlemen. And as a matter of fact, the other ducks have become emboldened. There's a duck at the back who's thinking of leaving the rock. Meanwhile, Fountain 2 is just spinning around in a circle in the center of the pond. Fountain 1 has been out of the action for a while. And we've got a few more ducks getting ready to leave that rock. Another duck has left the rock. All right, it's the Rock Ducks game today, ladies and gentlemen. The fountains are just not providing any entertainment at all. We're having now three more ducks have decided, I'm sorry, 2. The third one hesitated. We've got 2 ducks leaving the rock en masse. There goes the third duck. We've got a 4th duck leaving. We've only got, what have we got? 7 ducks left on the rock out of the original 16. We only have 6 ducks left on the rock. Fountain 1 is attempting to beach itself. We only have 1 duck left on the rock, and Fountain 2 has yet to make a legitimate pass. Fountain 1's going to go through anyway, just for the hell of it. Fountain 1 goes through. Fountain 1 may push 2 into a legitimate pass. Fountain 2 goes through. No good. That final duck is beginning to wobble, gentlemen. You better make a play, or I'll force an elimination round on just you. Okay, Fountain 2 is not going to do this. No, Fountain 2 is just playing with us at this point. No one's taken the back passage. I've rearranged some rocks, so a trip through the back passage will guarantee a legitimate pass through the pipe. Fountain 1 is about to take another pass through the pipe just for fun. The final duck is still clinging to that rock. Fountain 2 is now going along the outside, and the final duck has left the rock. The final duck has left the rock. Fountain 2 has not made a pass yet. Fountain 1 has made all the passes and is completely clean. So an elimination round for Fountain 2, I'm afraid. Okay, we're almost done, B camera. Stay where you are. You want to go through the back passage, Fountain 2? Here we go. We'll give you an elimination round through the back passage. Boom, going through the back passage right towards the pipe. There he goes, legitimate pass. Blam, 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 blam. And 1 duck is left on the pipe. We have a winner, ladies and gentlemen. 1 duck is left on the pipe. Fountain 2 is the winner this week. Turning the water off. Isn't that amazing? Come here, Fountain 2. The winner through elimination, duck Fountain number 2. And he goes to the winner's circle. Here's the winner of the last game. We don't need you anymore. There we go. Okay. Now then, let's bring down B camera before it crashes. Come down, B cam. Don't land in the pond. Hi, how you doing? All right, come over this way. There you go. All right, and land. And those are my feet. All right, well, that was an exciting game. After a slow start, after an early knockout on Fountain 1, Fountain 2 wins through the process of elimination. Forced them through, and We actually had a winner this week. Outstanding. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're interested in supporting this nonsense, you can go to, you can support me on Patreon. Patreon.com/LeePressOn. You can go there and join the fine people that I am about to list on the screen right now. So, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time for another edition of Duckfloat.
3 rocks, 1 pond, 1 fountain, or is it 3? Start the water, feel the tension. They'll all float. When will it be? Duckfloat. Duckfloat. Duck surprises. There's no prizes. Ain't no gambling. That we can see. 16 duckies are the luckies. Water lifts them, and they are free. Duckfloat. Duckfloat. Duckfloat.